Hey guys, it's Meeposkii, and today I wanted to make a quick Meepo micro guide. I've gotten a lot of comments recently asking me how to micro Meepo, how to do it more efficiently, and generally just the proper way to do it. So I figured I'd make a quick video to show you guys my hotkeys and a general basics to beginning your micro. The first thing you want to do is set up your main hotkeys. So for select hero, I have it on 2, and just remember you can select whatever is comfortable for you. If you want your select hero to be F9, do your thing, whatever you'd like. But I have mine on 2. So when I press 2, that's only going to be the main Meepo selected. Then select all controlled units. I have that on 4. So when I press 4, all Meepos are going to be selected, and that includes Manta. So when I press 4, everything I have control of will be selected. Over on the advanced tab, you have select all other units, and I have that on 3. That will be every unit aside from your main Meepo. So your Mantas and your 3 other clones. Heading over here to the control groups tabs, and there's 2 control group sections. You're going to need both. I have my next unit on tab, so when you press tab, it's going to cycle through all of your Meepos, and that includes the Manta style as well. So just be aware of that if you're poofing or whatever, because sometimes that can mess you up. Then you have group 1. I have B, N, M, and comma. So what this does is when I press B, it's going to select Meepo 2, N is going to select Meepo 3, and M is going to select Meepo 4. This is great just for individual microing. If Meepo 2 is under attack, I can press B and just micro him away, or Meepo 3 or Meepo 4, or press 2 and go back to the main. This makes farming and team fighting a lot easier. And something I recommend is setting up these individual Meepo hotkeys, B and M, in chronological order compared to their portrait, because that will just make it microing much easier. Because if I see Meepo 3 is under attack, it's very easy for me to press N and remember which hotkey that is, rather than having to remember, oh shoot, which Meepo is Meepo 3, or which hotkey. I know it's N because B and M, it's in a chronological row. So that's going to make things much easier for you as well. Going on to the more advanced section, I have 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right. So what 5 does is 5 is going to select all Meepos aside from the main again, but the difference between pressing 3 and 5 is when I press 3, Mantas are included, but when I press 5, Mantas are not included. And this is important because then, you don't want to mess up your Manta micro because you accidentally pressed 3 or something, right? And then 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll go over these quickly. 6 is going to be Meepo 1 and 2. This is so I can spread them out. 1, 2, farm them there. And then 7 is Meepo 3, 4. And then I can send them over here, and you can just switch between the few. And then for my 8 hotkey, I have my Manta illusions only. And this will make it easier to just press Manta and send them down a lane or something. To set up your control groups, because obviously you need to do more than just select here, make sure that these are hotkeyed to whatever hotkey you'd like. And then what you're going to do, let's say hotkey 5, for example. I'll change this one. Let's say hotkey 5, I want Meepo 1, 2, and 4. I'm going to select Meepo 2. I'm going to press Shift and click on 2 and 4. And then I'm going to press Control and press 5. So now when I press 5, it's Meepo 1, 2, and 4, and 3 is by himself over here. And you can do that with all of them. If I want it back to the 3, 1, 2, 3, hotkey or Control 5. There we go. It's set up once again. You got to do that with every single control group you want to set up, including your Manta illusions. For Mantas, all you would have to do is just select these 2, press Control, and press 8. And there we go. And you can even do Mantas and press Control 8. And now when I press 8, it's going to be Mantas press Meepo 3. I mean, that's a niche, very strange hotkey. I wouldn't set that one up. And then the last thing people ask a lot is, how do you move your camera so quickly to each Meepo? So I'll use Meepo 2 for this example. Meepo 2 is on hotkey B for me, but if I press B once, it's not going to shift. If I press tab, it's not going to shift. What I need to do is I need to double tap B, 1, 2, and then it'll move. Or double tap N, 1, 2, Meepo 3, double tap M, 1, 2, Meepo 4. And that's how you quickly move your camera around and switch between all your Meepos and different clones that you have spread around the map. Now to practice your micro, the number one thing I recommend is go into an empty bot lobby, start at level 1, and micro, have there be no bots, just you and yourself. You, yourself, and creeps. And what you're going to do is just practice sending your Meepo to each lane, each camp, and just spread them out as much as you can to see how much CS you can get. by 30 minutes or 40 minutes or an hour, and just practice microing them around and get comfortable with your hotkeys, because it does take a lot of muscle memory and a lot of practice to get used to. So just practice, you know, farming the map and spreading your meepos out, and get as much CS as you can. And it's going to make microing a lot easier over time. You're going to get really good at it if you use this method. That's how I practice, and that's how a lot of people practice and how they get better. And just keep practicing. When one meepo's dead, shift queue him to the next camp. Send this guy up, send him up here, you know? Do it as much as you can. And that's how you're going to practice your micro. That's how you're going to get better. If you guys have any other questions that I didn't answer regarding to micro in this video, just let me know, because I'm currently working on my new Meepo guide for 7.33c at this point. Replays have been broken in Dota, so once Valve fixes them, I'll be able to finish up the video. I already have it all written out and planned out, so I just got to record it and edit it, and then it will be up, and we can all start gaining MMR and climbing and spamming Meepo once again. So thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for the Meepo guide, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.